This is what's next.
Severe storm aftermath. Rising floodwater just one of the many problems tonight in the wake of thunderstorms that swept across northern Ohio.
The wind also a problem tonight, knocking down trees and causing damage all across northeast Ohio. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lena Lai. Russ has the night off.
And I'm Betsy Kling. It has been quite the night for severe weather, and we have plenty to talk about, from power outages to dangerous flooding. So first, let's get an idea of what's happening right now. The bulk of the rain, thankfully, is moving out. Our severe weather threat is over for the night. That is our top thing that you need to know. The threat is over. But we are still left with a whole lot of standing water here in northern Ohio. Some of our rivers, creeks, and streams, the water is still coming up. So the good news is, as the rain moves out, overall the flooding threat will begin to recede as we head into the morning. And through the rest of the day on Friday, we will be drying out. But there's a lot of folks that have yet to head outside and see what happened after wind and hail especially came through the area. We have a lot of folks at their gardens are going to pay the hefty price on that. So the storms not only did all of that, but left behind a trail of power outages.
Yeah, here are the latest numbers from First Energy. A total of just over 50,000 power outages across northeast Ohio right now. The counties hardest hit are Cuyahoga County with 29,000, then Lake County with just over 5,500, and Summit County below 5,000 outages. Nearly all counties across northeast Ohio are seeing electrical issues tonight.
Well, those storms indeed rolled off of Lake Erie earlier this evening, and it was quite a sight for many, especially Lake County, where 80+ mile-per-hour winds swept over the beach at Fairport Harbor, knocking umbrellas, beach chairs, and paddle boards across the sand. And the normally calm water was rough and choppy with those waves. Our Emma Henderson is in Lake County tonight in Menor with more on the storm damage there. And Emma, I imagine a lot of those folks were a little uneasy as that storm was coming through.
I think that's fair to say. We actually started in Fairport Harbor. We've been driving around the entire county, basically, and there were a lot of branches that were down, as you can imagine, with those wind gusts. Some small ones, but some pretty decent-sized ones as well. Chardon Fire has reported that a tree fell onto power lines and a house there. Then through Mentor on the lake, where we saw a road blocked off and some power lines down as well. And then here in Mentor, where power lines have fallen on top of a car that is now stuck in the road. Luckily, no one was inside. Also in Mentor, a large branch fell from a tree, taking some power lines with it. Now, as you can see behind me, there are quite a few large branches that fell down over here. They actually hit a power line and knocked it down, and that is actually blocking off a court here with several homes, and some of them don't appear to have power. So the power crews are actually out here working at this hour of night. They are working to get things back in order, and there's still a long way to go. I'm sure that's the case as well where Neil is right now in North Olmsted. Hi, Neil.
Hey, good evening. We've seen widespread storm damage here in North Olmsted. Many of the residents left without power this evening, as well as businesses like this gas station behind me. No power tonight. We talked to some employees earlier. They said they got in contact with the power crews, but we're told there's no ETA on when power would be restored. We've already seen storm damage throughout this community, with cleanup efforts already underway. But for some residents, the damage has already been too much.
I want to cry. We have a wedding tomorrow. We've been working on her house for the past couple of months, getting ready for the wedding, and everything is destroyed.
This is really ridiculous. I didn't even expect that to happen because I had a big plan for my wedding, and it's all doomed, destroyed. Didn't expect it. Flood in the house, broken tree in the backyard, and we would love to have some help.
We've also seen ponding on the roadway, especially on the side of the roadway, and we've seen those utility crews out here in North Olmsted trying to restore power. We've also seen some tree trimming crews throughout the community as well. But for some of these residents here in North Olmsted, they have severe damage to their home. It's likely going to take weeks, if not a few months, to clean up. Lena?
My goodness.
And Betsy?
Yeah, we feel for that bride as well as all the families affected tonight. Neil reporting live. Neil Fisher reporting live from North Olmsted. Thank you.
Thanks, Neil. Well, the other problem with tonight's storms, that hail, nickel, quarter, golf ball size hail was reported in Cuyahoga County this evening from North Olmsted all the way through to Parma. Farther east, a viewer sent us this video from Paynesville of the hail coming down on her back porch and her backyard. A similar scene in Seven Hills, where pea-sized hail was reported in that area. This was around 8 o'clock tonight. You could see it there hitting off the roof. And in Brooklyn, a similar story tonight with hail coming down in one neighborhood. Some people scrambling to move their cars, trying to get it under cover to avoid being hit by all that hail. Well, perhaps the most dangerous impact of these storms tonight, and any storms really, is flash flooding.
Yeah, take a look at this. A WKYC viewer sent us this video as he got stuck going home on I-90 West near the McKinley Avenue exit in Lakewood. An entire stretch of 90 in this area was flooded out. Drivers had to pull over and wait until the water safely receded. And tonight's flooding causing problems for Edgewater Beach. The Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District says tonight there is a public advisory now in place at Edgewater due to what's called a combined sewage overflow. That means there is a large amount of debris there due to the storms, and the flooding discharged sewage into the lake water there. Visitors should stay away for now, and the water will be tested for sewage contamination in the morning.
And another hot topic, Blossom Music Center confirms that tonight's Jason Aldean concert was indeed postponed due to the severe weather. The venue initially delayed the show, but then decided to cancel it altogether. The concert, if you're having tickets in your hand right now saying, when am I going to be able to see this guy, will be on September 17th. So hopefully your calendar will accommodate that. Well, for even more storm coverage, please check out our website, WKYC.com, and the 3 News app. We have more pictures and more videos from all of you in the aftermath of tonight's severe weather, as well as, of course, the latest updates on how many people are impacted by those power outages. That's all on our website, WKYC.com.